Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you are returning, then thank you so much for coming back and sharing your beautiful energy with the rest of the group. It really does help the collective significantly. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep this mic from moving. Anyways, I hope all of you are doing really well today. Okay, so if you were drawn to this reading, it is because something jumped out at you. Spirit was extremely particular about what we had to lay out and how and everything else. So we will get into it. The first thing that that Spirit picked out was your rock today, and it was the smoky quartz. And there's a lot of different things that you can look up that give you perspectives on smoky quartz. But today, this one's a little bit out there. This one kind of came from Spirit. So when it comes to the smoky quartz, I wrote it down. So let's see what we got here. All right, smoky quartz. Okay, so in today's reading, this smoky quartz is so pretty. Protection from dimensions. Step 1, confidence in self. Step 2, abilities. And step 3, time travel. Now that was a little bit different for me because that's not normally something that I pick up. Would be time travel. But since we're dealing with dimensions, and this piece, it is really dark. It actually even has flecks of rainbow, almost a mirroring effect. And it even, to be honest with you, it looks like almost glass. It's so pretty. So it has a reflection on it that is incredible. So if this is being used to protect you through dimensions, I don't know if you have any smoky quartz. If you don't, finding smoky quartz is, in shops and stuff. A lot of people have them. You can even get online and get some if you want. But the pieces are all very unique. And this one has to do with the darker colors, which is the in-between in dimensions. It also has to do with how you're being protected in those dimensions. So the first thing that you've done that has cleared, from what I can see, cleared your path recently, I'm getting within the last few days, was learning confidence in yourself. You see, we tend to grow up thinking that, well, it's just the way life is. It's not necessarily that we grow up thinking it. We grow up experiencing not enough. I wouldn't say not enough, but it would be more like, when I think of not enough, I think of not good enough, not, what is Spirit trying to say? The self-doubt that we put on ourselves because we want to, it's so weird because I'm kind of getting a blank in it, but so I think that it's different for everybody, but all of us have experienced in some way a confidence growth, is what I would call it, a growth process, where we have to learn how to be confident in ourselves, not in others. It's wonderful to get take that and share it with other people. But for you to succeed, I think in the last few days, you have come to an understanding that the only one that matters is you. Not in a selfish way, but in a way that says you are, I feel like you're just at peace with who you are. Very calm, almost kind of eerie. I feel like it's, because this rock has so many different facets, almost kind of eerie, where you're just, I feel like taking that deep breath after you've finished something really hard, something that really took you a long time to get through, sorry. And so it's like a release. If I don't know if any, I was just all of a sudden given a picture of hiking. Somebody might love to hike or go up into nature. One of the main colors, there's 3 colors today. Maybe that's the next step, so I have to get into those colors. Okay, so there's 3 colors today. The first one is going to be green. And I really have been drawn to the color green today. And green for me today is a very earth color. It's life, vitality, creation. Yeah. So maybe you're creating something, or you have just, I'm getting maybe come back from a cold or something, but you're feeling better today. Still tired. I get that you're still tired because you have been just constantly working. Whatever it is that you're doing, you've been constantly, steadily working at it for a long time. And it is finally, the water is calming down. Okay. So that's the green. Yellow. Yellow was another color today. And yellow is the sun. So there is, not only do you have this relief, but you also have this incredible sense of peace. Sometimes that sense of peace can be a little unnerving if you are so used to the chaos of continual onset of experiences and things. So I don't know if that made sense, but that was for whoever needed to hear it. Anyway, the color is very, very good. Of course, anybody who knows any type of signs knows that the sun color is very, very important. And then also the last one, which was a little strange for me, because I normally don't get this color, but it jumped out, but it was more of a brown. And the brown was really rich, almost like amber, but it was even darker. So I couldn't go with the amber. What it ended up being was a dark stone with hue, like a dark color with browns in it. And browns, surprisingly enough, in some understandings, are associated with like abilities, I would say, new abilities. For me, it feels like it's kind of a flowing thing. Brown is an amazing color. It warms everything. It brings everything kind of into balance, because you can mix it with so many colors in a way. I mean, limited. It's like, you know, sometimes in of itself, you can get the different layers. Anyway, I for somebody, this is important. The way you see the layers, like on trees, or no, not trees, layers. The way you see the layers to life and how it all layers up in different colors, or different, because when I represent colors, I'm talking about different experiences, because we all have those experiences that get us from point A to point B, and hopefully we learn something along the way, right? Because then we don't have to go back and repeat it. We don't need to rinse, repeat. Sometimes we do if we haven't learned the lesson, but most of the time we just need to learn and then move forward. And I feel like this is a very warm environment with the brown for that transmutation into what you're changing into. So whatever that is for. Okay, so today I'm getting no on those right now. Yes. All right, so let's see another clue that this message is going to be for you. I do spend an amount of time, you guys, in the beginning, because I don't want people to waste their time. So if you, something that I say catches your, you know, your mind, or just catches you and you say, okay, well, I'm going to continue to listen to this, then great. But I don't want you to waste your time. So if you're not feeling connected, there are other wonderful people out there that can help you through what's going on right now. So I've got one. Any more? No. Okay, so we're just going to do one today. Pluto. Okay, so it's interesting. I immediately went to, so this is a huge collective. So whatever we're talking about today is a huge collective, which means it's encompassing, but it's also very small. If you think about it, you've got the sun and then all the planets, and you've got Pluto way out here, just this tiny little thing way out here. But it is crucial and important in the electromagnetic balance of the earth and everything within our specific little system that we've got going on here. So this is maybe not the biggest thing, but it's small enough to change everything. So it's so small, and yet it has, because it is on the very end, it is on the very end. And so it is the furthest planet or furthest part of our system that's out. And so that little bit of a move in Pluto is going to connect electromagnetically to each and every one of your signs. Okay? So each and every one of you have actually moved forward, even if you feel like it's only been a small bit. Right? You're like, oh, I've been working so hard. I'm just exhausted. I don't know if I can keep going. But there's something driving in you. And within the last few days, you had to drop some things. You had to let go of some things that you thought it was supposed to go this way, and you ended up stepping in that direction. But whatever it was, whether it was meeting somebody, talking to somebody, listening to something, whatever it was, it changed the way that you were looking at your moment in that reality. It changed the way that you saw and understood and were in the moment. You finished something big. It's big, but to the outside, it looks small. Okay? Right? To the main things that are going on, it looks small. Okay. So this is going to include a lot of people. So it's a big thing. Whatever you made it through. And it may also be something huge. But and this is for some of you in particular. It may be something huge, you guys, but you are not letting it out yet. Sharing it yet. I get yet. No, you're sharing it, but you're being very particular about who you share this with, because it's a dream of yours. It's very important. And you've worked really hard for it. 9 stars. Oh my. Yeah, 9 is 9 as far as color is green. That's awesome. Okay, so that's important. The number 9, you may have been seeing 9s a lot recently, or even I'm getting this morning. The clock, every time you just happened to glance at a clock, it had a 9 in it, which was just really odd for you. That may be another sign that this message is for you. Okay, so let's, is this where I need to go? Yes. Okay. I am currently working on another picture, you guys, to come and do an in-between session with you. But obviously, you guys have been doing some major work in between anyway, because we've got dimensional stuff going on here, or protection in multi-dimensional levels. So whether you're doing it and realize it, or you just don't realize it, you are helping to, heal parts of your family, your lineage. Is there more from here? No. Okay, so that's the card. All right. Let your light shine. But it's backwards again. We had another backwards card the other day. It was craziness. Okay, so let me look at this thing proper. I'm going to apologize, guys. I didn't mean for that to have a glare. Nope, that's the wrong one. I want you guys to be able to see this. There we go. Hopefully that's better. I apologize. I have to really figure out those lights. Bear with me. That's just something I'm learning how to do. And for some weird reason, it's so strange. I usually know right where it's at. My light that I usually use is not here. So I'm going to use a different light. See, and that's the thing, is that I have, especially over the last couple of days even, maybe I'm going through this same thing too. The last couple of days, I have been, things just like fall into place for me to have to change the way I do things. It's continual. It happens all the time now. And so instead of being frustrated because things are not going the way that I thought they were supposed to go, or that what I think they should go, or my normal, Spirit's just like, no, you got to try something totally different. Okay. And so we will just roll with it, because that's what we do. All right, guys. So what we got here, let your light shine. But it's reversed. This one I'm going to have to look up. 45. Oh, that's also an important thing. Thank you, Spirit. The number 4 and then number 5. I'm getting 4 because I kept getting this morning, it was 444. Just 4s. Everything was 4s. So if a 4 is another number that you've been seeing a lot, then that's important. 45. 43. Okay, so strangely enough, it took me forever to find this, but strangely enough, it took me to, obviously the number before it was 44, but number 44 is expansion. I feel like in the last couple days, you have really expanded, because that's where you're at now. I don't know if any of you guys are working on your Merkaba, if you guys know what that is. It's your light body. It's kind of it basically, if you were to map it out geometrically, it's the tetrahedron, okay, around you, kind of like when Da Vinci drew the picture of the man, right? Geometrically, that's basically what your what they call Merkaba is. And so you have been working on yourself, you've been working on your energetic field. Even if you don't know or haven't actually been doing this, you've been doing it by decluttering your life and letting go of things that no longer move you forward. So that can also be a part of clearing up what's considered your Merkaba. It's your immediate space. It is your bubble. It's the part of you that knows when you're next to somebody, that can feel experiences. That's the part of you that you've been shifting, and you expanded it. And now we're on to 45. Let your light shine. And it's not on that. Spirit is so specific today. Somebody here really needs this message. So we're going to... Okay. It's not even asking me to get into the card. It's just wanting me to read to you the inspired reflections and actions. So maybe at this time, you know where you're at, you're perfectly fine with it, but you're sitting in a space that you haven't been in. You have expanded, you have transmuted, and you don't really know where to go from here because everything just feels so different. So you're just sitting there almost kind of in a rebooting phase. Like you're sitting in that phase and you don't know what to do. Like somebody needs to press start. So these are actions and reflections that you can take that can help you bloop, turn that around. Like my sound effects? Yeah. Okay, so we're basically gonna shift this back around. So this is what you need to do to kind of get yourself back on. I mean, you're not off track. You are right where you need to be. But think of it this way. When a butterfly comes out, right, of the chrysalis, it's upside down. And then it wiggles its way out, and then it climbs up, and then it stands and dries in the sun before it can fly. So there's also a big healing perspective here. You need to get more sleep. I know that that's something you've been trying to do. To be honest, a lot of the collective has been struggling with sleep lately. We just had a flower moon last night, and then at the end of this month, we have another full moon, which is very rare to have 2 full moons in 1 month. And it is pretty cool. So it's kind of like a double dose of electromagnetic slap you around kind of situation. And I know I make fun of that, but it is very serious because we do go through all kinds of craziness when this happens. It happens all the time. But it does help you understand, especially if you do work with your signs, that this is a very powerful time for you. So sleep, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, right? But you will be getting better. I apologize, you guys. If you hear the chainsaw, somebody just decided to start using a chainsaw right now. There's really nothing I can do about that. You may be getting distractions, right? So the world is crazy, and every time you feel like you're moving forward on something distracts you, and it's loud and it's obnoxious, and you're just like you. But so that's happening as well. What I feel here is that your best course of action is to just allow it to move through. Think of it as cleaning the extra. And so you're gonna get that feeling when people are there's just that constant destruction. Not, I said destruction. I meant to say something else. So maybe it's a destructive pattern. I'm not getting it's yours. There may be, someone may be dealing with a destructive pattern. Somebody else's destructive pattern that is in their environment. And it's changing things. So these actions might help you clear this, because it's taking your quiet peace and turning it into a chainsaw. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. Okay, so I apologize, guys. Allergies are really bad right now. Okay, because it's spring, obviously. All right, take the time to know yourself through daily reflection. Select a great moment from your day to embrace, then name a difficult moment and aim to heal it. Okay, well, that's basically you. I mean, I'm sure you understand what that is, but basically it's saying take something throughout the day and reflect positively, and even if it's something silly or off the wall, or something that your inner child did when you whatever it is. I kind of got this vision of somebody accidentally doing something and then laughing at themselves because it was really funny. Not that they meant to be funny, but it ended up being funny because of the silliness of the situation. Those are things. And also just reflecting on something that you can embrace, whether you moved forward, something throughout the day that you have done that helped you reach some type of goal or just gave you peace. Because ultimately that's what we're all shooting for, right? Is to just have that sense of peace and be able to enjoy life, even though we still have to live in it with all of the craziness. And you still have to continue to do the things that you need to do to survive and take care of your family and your home and everything else. But the inner peace is really important because it changes how you experience things. So the next one is take credit for all the things you love about yourself. Okay, giving ourselves credit. This is really hard, and this makes me go back to that original thought or something that came out would have been the original perspective that we started to cover in the beginning, with how you need to learn how to have confidence in yourself and trust yourself. When you achieve something, even if it's if you sit down on a daily and you basically walk your day with your guides, for real, there's a lot of people who do that. I know I do, right? At the end of the day, when you look back and you reflect on your day, each and every one of those decisions was made by you. Now, you can be guided by those people, those spirits, people around you. They can influence you. They can give you ideas. They can actually fill your heart with love and joy. They can do all kinds of wonderful things. But at the end of the day, you are the one walking the path. So give yourself credit where credit is due. And that may be really hard for a few people to hear. That whole, I will be good enough when. I will be good enough when I have enough of this. Everything will be better when I have more of that. When I don't have this, when I don't have that. Those are the types of things that happen, that create that imbalance. So you have to just be you and appreciate who you are. I apologize for the fungus gnats, you guys. Like, they drive me crazy. But we had all of our plants that we saved over the winter in one of our rooms in this room actually, that I do the readings in. And it's spring, so before we could even get them out there, there were just, I'm sure all of you, maybe that's something you guys are dealing with too. It's just like, the fly traps and all that stuff. It's crazy. I love spring, but man, those little fungus gnats, they drive me crazy. Okay, so let's see, what's the next one? So we're going to take credit for all of the things that we love about ourselves and our life. Make sure that you love every bit of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the wonderful, the amazing, the silly, all of it. Because it is how, at the end of the day, guys, we're just here experiencing it and trying to grow and enjoy and help each other, really. That's why we're here. Describe the card image in your own words. Explore the feelings and move within your thoughts when you softly gaze at the image. Whatever you see will be right for you today. Each time you gaze at the image, it will reflect where you are now. It's interesting, and that's basically what I do when I do my readings, guys, is I sit down and I see colors and I see the pictures in front of me, and then I take that and it becomes almost a story. So be that reflection for others. Help others. I get, and I'm seeing now that I'm looking at it with softer eyes, because, this is very, very bright because of the gloss on it. But there's so many different colors. So I'm seeing plants, I'm seeing water, I'm seeing a bridge, or even a lighthouse, maybe. Lighthouses might be important. Three leaves. You may be leaving where you're moving. For some of you, it will be a move, but for others of you, I feel like you're leaving the old part of you behind. You need to give your body time to heal. You went through a huge metamorphosis. Even the most beautiful butterfly, for real, has to dry its wings. It's amazing. I just wanted to let you know what caught my eye, guys, because I was talking about the butterfly. So this is a butterfly. This is actually, I've had this butterfly for quite some time. It's super, super old and very, very fragile. I don't even remember when I picked him up. It was one of those where you were just walking along one day and you see him. He had already been probably hit by a bird or something. But anyway, he kind of just hangs out here in my room in a bowl that I have, and it just jumped out at me. So butterflies, monarch butterflies, those kinds of things might be very important to you. I feel like it has a very, maybe an important connection to a loved one for you. Someone that has a message for you. Oh, cool. I love it when that happens. Okay, well, we're going to move you since you decided to come in here. Roses are also important. Initially, I thought that I was going to be throwing the roses or the rose petals and looking at it kind of like tea leaves, but that's not what it was. Roses, this is, this is a rose bracelet. Roses are really important to you. It's almost like, the other thing is it shows the chakras here. You've also been working on your Merkaba. So it may also be that you've been working on your chakra system and they've all opened up. And so that may be something for some of you. I don't know if you guys are all working on that. I know that I'm constantly trying to make sure that my centers are open, especially my throat chakra, which, by the way, sometimes spirit makes me not be able to speak just because I get going so fast. So if I ever just say, hold on, guys, that means I'm just getting too much information. So right now, we have a spirit here who wants to talk to you, who has something important to tell you. Is it a card? No. Okay, so there's a reason why I brought this over here today. So I'm going to take the card's advice and I'm going to look at this with soft eyes, softer than normal. It will show what's going on. So I'm seeing a crescent moon. On the crescent moon, there may be something important that is finished. No. The crescent moon. I feel like it's a start of something new. So message is a crescent moon, the start of something new. There's something that you have been working with for quite some time. Long nights in front of a fire. So interesting. Remember the nights and the long nights in front of the fire. Someone here has been reminiscing about somebody that they miss dearly. And they've finally achieved something in their life, and they're not here anymore for them to. It's cute. I almost see this, like this little kid going, look, I did it. I did it. I made it. You guys used to spend a lot of time on the phone. You would talk for hours. It's a very, very, very special person to you. You had a very close relationship. And they have something that you need to hear. Because you're stubborn and you don't listen. It's okay. They like you that way. It's one of the things that they love about you. You're ornery. In the most loving way, I guess, is the way that they could say it. I'm seeing a bird of some kind. Or something. An animal. You may have animals or have a really close connection with animals. You love birds. You love the way they sing. You love the sound they make. Wow. What is it that you're trying to say? So that should be enough for somebody to know whether this particular message is for them. That's coming up next. I am going to end the reading with this little bit of info. I am gonna talk to the spirit, but if you didn't feel any connection to that, then, thank you so much for being here. If you want to continue on with the extended when we get into this, then we will begin shortly, but I just want to make sure that everybody is sent off with love and light, and thank you guys for being here. If you choose to stay, great. We're going to get into this. As always, take whatever it is that spoke to you, whatever it doesn't, let it go, because it's not for you, because this is a collective. So we're going to get into the extended. Welcome, guys. We're going to continue. So if you decided to stay, thank you for supporting and sending your energy. Okay, so this person has something to tell you. I see an old man working with the ground with a straw hat of some kind. Maybe it's not a straw hat, maybe it's cloth. But it's a hat nonetheless, to keep the sun off his eyes and his back of his neck. He's got a round nose, really neat, beautiful cheeks. I also see a cat. Pink nose. I want to say white. but it also has some color, like right around where the throat and the cheeks come out, so it's almost like a grayish color of a cat. There's a family. How many? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see mom, dad, you may have had 4 people in your family. A boy, a girl. I'm getting you're the second, like you're the oldest. You're the oldest. And then you have a younger sibling. I want to say younger brother, but I'm not sure because this is a collective, so. Okay, what is the message, you guys? What are you trying to say? Moving that over. So this is a spiritual reading here. All right, Spirit, what is it that you want to tell this person? Whoa. Man, he's ornery. That's a lot. Okay. Obviously, this individual has a lot to say, so these ones flipped down. We'll go through those in a minute. And these ones stayed up. So the first one, guys, this is awesome. Like, I can't make this up. Okay, sun, moon, earth, fertility, all that is infinity, I am thee. That is amazing. Okay. So again, we have the sun. You know, sun's a huge thing. Moon, we have something about this whole full moon last night was crazy. Earth and infinity. You know, infinity also ties into dimensions. So she's saying I'm a part of you through all those dimensions, through the sun, through the moon, through the earth, from infinity. Maybe you used to say, you know, I love you to infinity and back, or, you know, there was something in that. I get that, you know, I love you to infinity and back. That's really, really sweet. Okay, the next one is I have everything I need right now for an abundant life. Okay, so this steps into the green one. They're telling you, you already have everything you need right now for an abundant life. You need to stop long enough to smell the roses. You don't need more. You already are. You have become. Now enjoy. Do what brings you passion. Because the only thing that really matters is memories, time, what you learn. And the memories are the most important. Because things get broken. Things, you know, move from hands to hands. For some reason, someone needs to hear this about things. Don't put so much I'm not going to cuss. He's ornery. it's a male. He's ornery. So whoever this is, he was just basically saying, you know, stop messing around, right? Like, you have everything that you need. Go out, enjoy the sun, enjoy life. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm right with you. I'm in the sun. I'm in the moon. I'm in the ground that you walk on. The ground that I love to work so much. I'm there. Every day. When you go out, I'm there. I see you. I'm with you. I sit next to you. I sit next to you. Wow. Okay, the next one. As far as long as space abides, and for as long as sentient beings abide, may I too abide to discipline the suffering of sentient beings. I need clarification on that one. This one. May my words today overflow with love for as long as space abides. So, for as long as you still have breath, for as long as you still have being, you, let go of the suffering. You don't have to suffer anymore. He is fine. You have you have held yourself back. I got move. You have held yourself back from moving because you are afraid that you will forget him. And he says, oh, look, honey, nobody could forget this face. I don't know what that means, but he's got some quick wit, right? Boundless possibilities. Right. Okay, so this one. I choose not to worry about things I cannot control. All of us have a little bit of this one. I even have, and maybe that's why I've been going through that in the last few days. I don't know if you guys have, but I definitely have, where, like I was saying, my normal things where they're supposed to be, they're not there. So I have to change the way I do things because things are kind of just moving. He could be moving things around it. I'm getting, he's giggling. He could be moving some things around your home or your space just to get you, he says just for fun, but I know better. He's basically saying because it gets you into the moment, because you have to come back to now instead of being somewhere else in your head and thinking there's something else you have to do before you can be happy. Got it. I can't control everything. Just don't worry about things that are out of your control. You worrying about it is a waste of your energy. And we all know from the reading that whoever is still here, you have been exhausted. You've been really working it. Okay, so this is the last one for this reading. It is easy to see the fault of others, but hard to see one's own. Oh, it's like it's Buddha. It is easy to see the fault of others, but hard to see your own. One shifts the fault, the others. And the other one is chafe, but covers up one's own, as a crafty cheater covers up a losing throw. For real? Are you giving her or him a warning? Yes. Okay, so there's somebody in your orbit. There's somebody in your orbit, in your surrounding, whether it be at work, at home, energetically. There is something that is pretending they're covering up one's own. Crafty cheater covers up. Somebody is not being truthful with you at all. Okay. So I get a feeling he's saying, you know, you've had a hunch that this person is, he says, a sheep in wolf's clothing. Whoever this person is, whoever this person is, they act one way, but do something else. And you've kind of been seeing that. Yeah, he's really irritated. He said, next time I'll get him with something bigger. I don't know, maybe you were around this individual and something like, I wouldn't say hit him, but like he ran into something, like a door maybe. I'm getting, you know, the cartoons that I used to watch as a kid where they slam the door in a person's face and like their whole face is smushed. So maybe that was the silly event that you saw the other day. Or maybe it was your face. I mean, maybe you're the one that smashed your face and he was saying, if I have to, I'll smack you around harder. You need to see that there is something off about this person and you need to be careful. They do not have your best interest at heart. So what should they do? What is the advice? Oh, you're just going to tell them, cut them out. I don't know what that means. Cut them out of something. I'm not getting life. Cut them out of something. Not finances. Maybe it is. I don't know. Cut them out of it. Cut them out of it. Now, and I'm getting almost like a paper being signed. Cutting. Somebody who's okay. So there's a couple things that are jumping out at me, and then I think we're gonna end this. Somebody is cutting themselves checks. You need to check your accounts. That's for somebody in very specific. Another one, they need to be cut out of the business, the farm, the whatever it is that the two of you had together. You need to get them off the paperwork. Okay, and that was for specific people. Other people, you need to cut it out, meaning cut out the constant thinking and feeling that you have to do something to be enough. You already are. And I love you. And I miss you. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, that was cool. Thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of this beautiful moment with you. Until next time, I love you all, and you got this. It looks like you guys have really been working hard. Just somebody needs to watch their 6, and he said that. Watch your 6. Watch your 6. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out. He might have been in the military. I'm just throwing that out. Yeah. So somebody is not who they seem. And you need to be aware. If you aren't already, go with your gut. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'm going to end it here. Love and light until next time. Bye.